I was walking into the house and I saw these and I realized that I should probably make a video talking about how much cider or wine or beer is manageable for beginners. Now, since I'm going inside, I'll be talking about these. So this is a carboy. I have two 5-gallon carboys. And then these two are not carboys, but they could be used as carboys. And this is I think it's a 10-gallon can. I have two of these that I use for apples. And this is a roughly 7-gallon cider press or fruit press. So you may be asking, how much cider should I brew my first time? Or maybe wine, or maybe beer, or maybe mead, or whatever. And hopefully you haven't already bought your fermentation vessels, because it would be a bummer to have bought like a 20-gallon and then realize, oh no, that's going to be a problem for me. So here's what I'm working with. I think that's a pint. That's a quart, I think. That's definitely a gallon, and that's like our standard size kit starter size. That is 3 gallons. Compared to 1 gallon, you can see it's pretty big. That's my cat, and that is 5 gallons. So again, compared to 3 gallons, much bigger. When I started out, and for the first years that I was brewing, I only ever really used these 1-gallon carboys, and I think at one point I had 4 of them. But what I realized was that the more carboys you have, the more siphoning you have to do, the more sanitation you have, really the more work it is. Now this 3-gallon, this is a great size, and in hindsight, I probably should have just stuck with this. That 5-gallon is fine, but it is hefty. Getting that thing down the stairs, I'm glad that I'm still strong enough to do it, but it really didn't feel great, especially because that one just doesn't have a handle, and I don't have one of those handles that sticks to the top or fits on the top or whatever. So in my opinion, 1 gallon is perfect if you're figuring it out. A pint and a quart, in my opinion, really isn't worth the squeeze unless there's other factors like you're making some kind of berry wine or I don't know. But if you're able to, I would suggest buying a gallon, and here's why. A 1-gallon carboy, you will get about 4.5 bottles of wine, or about 9 beers, which means a 3-gallon will give you about 14 or so bottles of wine, or that many bottles of wine, or maybe 30 beers. Then you do the math for a 5-gallon, but it's a lot. Now, that might sound great, but you got to store it all and you got to drink it all. Again, might sound great, but that is a lot, and that's a lot of bottling, and that's a lot of buying bottles. Final recommendation, 1 gallon if you're just starting, 3 gallons if you know you like it.